Woo! What's going on, guys? Orms Farm coming at you guys today with another video. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about a certain player here that the Detroit Lions drafted. I didn't quite finish my series about talking about all our draft picks, going into my deeper dive series. I did everybody except for Chase Lucas and James Houston. Today I'm going to do Chase Lucas, the cornerback out of Arizona State. He was an Arizona State Sun Devil, 7th round pick, 6 foot, 180 pounds, signed to a 4-year deal, worth $3.7 million plus, and with a $99,000 plus signing bonus as well. Nice money in his pocket right there, almost $100,000, just for putting your name on a check. Or your name on a contract. So that's pretty cool right there. But he was a 7th round pick, 223 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 6 picks, 28 pass breakups, and 1 fumble recovery and 2 forced fumbles. 5 years at Arizona State. A lot of tackles. He's a guy that's not afraid to tackle, that's for sure. And he's got one punt return in his career at Arizona State, but it was only for 3 yards. But he is a special teams guy, and we'll get into that a little bit as well too. But he at Arizona State, the strengths are, man, he converted to cornerback after playing running back in high school. So Arizona State converted him right away. A really wiry kid, lean, lanky. But he can play ball. He's not a guy. He doesn't play like his size says he is. You know what I mean? He goes out there and he balls, and he's kind of fearless. Very physical for his size, like I said. Not afraid to get dirty in the run game. Tough and very physical. Very physical kid. This kid can play gunner. If you need him to play some special teams. When he was at Arizona State too, he did play some special teams, and he blocked a couple kicks, blocked a couple punts, maybe a field goal here and there. But he was a guy that contributed all over the field, especially on special teams. So he's a really good special team player, smart kid, very durable. Didn't miss a lot of time. He hasn't missed a lot of time. 2020. I think he was only in 4 games, but I don't know if he was injured. It could have been. He could have opted out. Don't quote me on that. But he's been a very durable kid through most of his college career. So you like that too. Versatile. Plays inside, outside. I know the Detroit Lions have him playing some nickel cornerback right now. Seems like that's kind of where his home is. That was a little bit of a quote from Aubrey Pleasant, I believe, and Aaron Glenn, pretty much saying that they're trying him out at nickel right now, but he's versatile. Like I said, he can bounce it to the outside if needed be. Fearless and fiery as well. A good vocal leader out there. Smart, can really decipher a play. Got some great range. Closes down on the ball carrier with really good short area quickness. He's got that. He's got the quick feet. He's not overly fast. He's not going to burn you or anything like that. Like he's not a speedster corner, but he's got that good short area quickness with the choppy feet, and you do like that. He did not give up a touchdown in 2021. His stats are kind of weird. All his interceptions, all his playmaking came at the beginning of his college career. He had 6 picks overall in his career, but his last 2 years at Arizona State, he did not make an interception. Now, the 2020 season, he missed 4 games. I don't know if it was an opt-out. I don't think he was hurt, but I think it was more of an opt-out. But don't quote me on it, like I said earlier. But no picks his last 2 years. But he didn't give up a touchdown in 2021, which is a really good stat, man. So that's exceptional. He uses his hands well in jamming wide receivers at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, smaller guy, but he doesn't play like that. He will get in your face. He'll try to jam up a wide receiver. Just fearless. A smart and vocal kid, like I said earlier, too, as well. Great instincts and can really decipher a play real quick. So You do like his strengths. There's a lot of positives there, but there's definitely weaknesses. Um, he does look like he does lack ideal recovery speed sometimes. Sometimes if he gets guy gets by him, it's going to take him some time to get there, to make up some ground. So he does that. That's kind of obviously that's a weakness. And then like we talked about too, there's some concern about his size being 6 foot 180, but he doesn't play like a guy that's 6 foot 180. But there's times where he does kind of get bullied, and you will see that because he's a lanky kid. There's not really much to him, man. He's just a skinny kid. He tends to be over aggressive at times too. He takes himself out of a play and bites on fakes and double moves as well a little bit too much. So he needs to work on consistency. That's all. That's a lot of mental reps, and he just needs to learn that a little bit more. He will take on an occasional block too long as well. If he gets himself blocked, he's going to get washed out of a play. Has trouble getting off because he's not the strongest kid, not the biggest kid. That comes down to his size as well too. And eventually he'll take bad angles at times and run support. Even though he will throw his body out there, he will take bad angles, and it leads to more yardage down the field. So he needs to work on that too. That's all coaching too. That's all coaching. That's all instincts as well. So he does, like I said, with the strengths and the weaknesses, that's what you're getting from the kid. But he can play a little bit inside or outside corner. That's basically what he's going to be. But for now, like I said earlier, it looks like they have him at the nickel cornerback. We have Jeff Okudah on this team, Amani Aruorie, Will Harris, Ifeatu Melifonwu, who's kind of doing double duty at safety as well too. Then you got Mark Gilbert, more of a physical corner. Then you got Jerry Jacobs, he's coming off an ACL. And then you got Bobby Price, who's been converted back to cornerback from safety before. But the nickel corners on this team right now, I think the number one guy is, and I think this guy is going to be the guy that eventually wins that nickel corner. It's going to be Mike Hughes. I just think it's going to be Mike Hughes. And there's a Mike Hughes and A.J. Parker apparently going to be a camp battle in there. Chase Lucas is probably the third nickel corner coming in. And then you got Cedric Baugh as well. But and then what's his name? Sevion Smith is in there too. He can kind of do double duty as well too. But it's going to take some time for Chase Lucas. I think we're going to have to be patient with this kid. I definitely think he's going to make the ball club. There's been talks of during these mini camps and these OTAs how smart the kid is and how quick he can decipher plays. Very intelligent kid, vocal. Can switch up. He can switch up guys. He can see something. He'll motion with the wide receiver, and then he'll have to switch up with another corner. He takes that guy, and then he takes the other guy, and they kind of he's just a vocal guy. He's a leader out there, and you love that about a player, especially coming in as a 7th round rookie. This kid can he can gauge what's going on pretty early. A lot of it's guesswork too. You know what I mean? A lot of it's guesswork. And I never played the corner position, but it's very vocal back there. It's very vocal back there. It's vocal kind of everywhere on the field. There's a leader on in every single category out there. There's a leader in the secondary room, and there's a leader in the linebacker room, and there's a leader on that D line, and then everybody's kind of barking out orders. At everybody. That's just the way the game's played, obviously, right? So you're not going to play it in silence. But what I like about Chase Lucas is his leadership, his vocal skills, and him being able to decipher stuff, like decipher plays right away, and kind of like a little bit of guesswork. Try to get the play down, make some switches, switch guys up, put guys in different spots, and keep guys alert. So that's what I really like about Chase Lucas. I think he's, I'm not going to call the kid a playmaker, even though he was making some really good plays his first 3 years at Arizona State, and then kind of just maybe fell off. That 1 year might have been the COVID year. But in 2021, he didn't have any picks, but he didn't give up any touchdowns, and that's impressive as well. So I think this kid's going to make the ball club. I know there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of people saying out there there's a possibility he's going to get cut because it's a pretty good room, but I think he's going to make the team. I really do. I think guys like Bobby Price, Mark Gilbert, Cedric Boswell, maybe even Sevion Smith, but there's been kind of the arrow's kind of trending up on Sevion Smith as well. A couple of these guys are very much on the bubble. Not saying Chase Lucas isn't on the bubble, but it doesn't really feel like it, or you're not really hearing about it right now. So I think it was a really good pick by the Detroit Lions for a 7th round pick. He's not going to come in and start. He's not going. I don't think he's going to win a starting job. He's going to have to contribute on special teams, like I said earlier, and he's done that at Arizona State. That's what you love about it, especially if you're these late round picks. Special teams is how you show out and how you get on the roster, and then you work from there. Then you try to build, and you try to get on that football field and start games and get snaps. That's what it's all about. So, great pick by them. It's a super late. Deeper dive on him, but like I said, it's kind of slow going on right now in Lions land. There's articles out there going on, but there's just really nothing that's really juicy right now. There's just a lot of opinion pieces out there right now, which are good to read. I just don't really feel that there's anything I really need to focus on right now. But we'll get to some stuff. And I got James Houston coming up too, so that'll probably be a day or so. But Chase Lucas, 7th round pick, Detroit Lions, go baby, one pride, go Lions, boom, bam.